today in this video I will explain you how to factorize a cubic equation using remainder theorem. So remainder theorem is related to the factorization of a polynomial. So what is remainder theorem? Let's start with the definition of remainder theorem first. So suppose you have a polynomial px, and on putting x equal to a into this polynomial, x equal to a in the polynomial, suppose putting this x equal to a in the polynomial means the value of pa becomes 0. Then remainder theorem says that x minus a will be a factor. X minus a will be a factor of polynomial px. So this is remainder theorem. This is very simple. So what does it say? It says that suppose you have a polynomial px, and if you put x equal to a into this polynomial, which makes this polynomial 0, then x minus a, because you have put x equal to a, so transfer this a on the left hand side. So x minus a will be a factor of this polynomial px. So this is a very simple theorem, but it is a very powerful theorem, and using which you can factorize cubic or fourth power or fifth power or any higher power equation actually. So let us start and see how can we solve or how can we factorize this cubic equation given here. So given equation is x cube minus 2x square minus x plus 2 is equal to 0. So we start with some integers initially and we check if that value of some integer makes the polynomial 0. So let's try with first x is equal to 1. So if you put x equal to 1 into this equation, what is the left hand side? It will be 1 cube minus 2 into 1 square minus 1 plus 2. And let's simplify this. 1 cube is 1, minus 2 into 1 square will be 2, minus 1 plus 2. So this minus 2 plus 2 gets cancelled, minus 1 plus 1 gets cancelled, and this value becomes 0. So that means putting x equal to 1 makes this polynomial 0. So x minus 1 will be a factor. It comes from the remainder theorem. So this way we found one factor, x minus 1. So let's see what do we do next. So because it is a cubic equation, so we will write x minus 1, that is a factor we have just found out. So we will write x minus 1 at 3 places, x minus 1, x minus 1, x minus 1. Okay, and this is equal to 0. So because it is a cubic equation, so we have written x minus 1 at 3 places. Now let's readjust the terms and see how can we get this original equation. So first term is x cube. So let's write here x square. So when you will write x square here, this x square and x on multiplication, it will make x cube, which is the first term you have got here. Right now, what is the second term you will get here? When x square will be multiplied with this minus 1, you will get minus x square. But in the original equation you have minus 2x square, so you need one more x square, because one minus x square you have already got, so you need one more minus x square. So let's write minus x here, and when you will multiply this minus x with this plus x, you will get minus x square. So one minus x square here and one more minus x square here, that will make total minus 2x square. So we got the second term also. Now what is the next term we are getting here? Minus x into this minus 1, that will give you plus x. But in the original equation you have minus x. So here you are getting plus x, but in the original equation you want a minus x. So you need minus 2x, which could make this plus x minus x. So let's write here minus 2. So when you will open this minus 2 with this x, it will be minus 2x, and another plus x was here. So minus 2x plus x, that will make minus x. So you got this second last term also, and after this the last term, this will be adjusted automatically. So you won't need to do anything for this. So when minus 2 will get multiplied with this minus 1, you will get plus 2, and you can check that should be the last term here present in the original equation. So this way we could write the original equation into this form, and as you can see there are 3 terms and x minus 1 is a common factor. So let's take x minus 1 common, and what you will have x square minus x minus 2 remaining here. Okay, so the remaining factor here we are getting, that is a quadratic equation. So again we can use a remainder theorem to get the factors of this equation, or you can use any basic rules which you use for factorization of a quadratic equation, but let's use remainder theorem here only. So now we are going to find the factors of this quadratic term. So again, let's check some other value of x which can make this term 0. So let's put x is equal to 2 here. When we put x equal to 2 here, then what we will get? 2 square minus 2 minus 2, and what we are getting? 2 square is 4 and minus 2 is 4. So again it is becoming 0 on putting x equal to 2. That means x equal to 2 makes this polynomial 0. So x minus 2 will be a factor using the remainder theorem. So x minus 2 is also a factor. So x minus 1 is already there. Let's write it as it is. Now for the second term, because it is a quadratic equation, now we will write x minus 2 at two places. And this whole thing is equal to 0. So first term here, this is x square. So let's write 1x here. So x into x, this will be x square. And what next term you will get? When x will be multiplied with minus 2, you will get minus 2x. But here you need minus x only, not minus 2x. So you are getting minus 2x. So to cancel 1x, you write here plus 1 here. So this minus 2x and this plus x, that will make you minus x here. And after this, the last term, as I told before, that will be adjusted by itself. So 1 into minus 2, that is minus 2, and you can check that last term is already here minus 2. So you don't need to do anything for that. So we got the factorization of this also. So let's take x minus 2 common, then we have x minus 1, and we took x minus 2 also common. Then in the bracket, what we will have? We'll have x plus 1 is equal to 0. So this way we found all the three factors of this cubic equation. So this is equal to 0. So from here you get either of these three factors must be 0 to get the whole product of 0. So if you put x minus 1 equal to 0, that means x equal to 1 is the solution or 0 of this polynomial. When you put x minus 2 equal to 0, you will get x is equal to 2. And if you put x plus 1 equal to 0, then you will get x is equal to minus 1. So this way we found all the three zeros of this polynomial, or you also got the factors or the three factors of this cubic polynomial. So I hope you understood how to use remainder theorem to factorize a cubic equation, or you can use this to find the factors of a higher degree equation also.